Update: my girlfriend invited her ex over to my apartment, and I'm absolutely livid right now. Update: this shit is long, I doubt you actually want to read it all. Sorry, I just poured my thoughts into it. It's currently around 7 PM when writing this, and honestly the last 30 night hours I've been up have been fucking draining to say the least. I awoke in the morning to my phone going absolutely nuts with notifications from Reddit. I'm honestly like, oh fuck, why the actual fuck did I decide to pour my personal thoughts out into a Reddit post? I began to scroll y'all's comments, and to say I was shocked is an absolute understatement. Literally almost all of y'all are actively taking my side, and I mean I was just scrolling this morning just looking for that one comment that was taking hers. It did not come. What surprised me the most were the amount of women in this thread that said they would never do this to their man, and that it is beyond disrespectful. I mean those comments hit the hardest this morning, as those were my thoughts exactly. Last night was a fucking stress storm for me, to be honest. I couldn't believe what the fuck had just happened. As y'all can guess from my post, I live alone, so there wasn't anyone at my crib that I could talk to, so I decided to call the one man that's had my back since day one, my pops. As many have messaged me and many have commented, I will go into detail on what exactly our phone call entailed. First, I'm gonna go back to when it originally happened, so that it makes more sense. Also, when reading back my thoughts from last night, it was clear I was rushing at the end and honestly just fed up with everything at that point, so I skipped a lot of details. Okay, to start, Lily had just stormed out of my apartment at this point when I called her out that she wouldn't be fucking okay with me meeting with my ex cause they needed someone to lean on. Like I said before, I didn't call out, text, or follow her. At this point I'm fucking furious, and I can't believe what the fuck just happened. I take a seat on the couch and try breathing exercises. I'm trying to calm down, but it's no use cause I keep remembering Kyle asking, "Do you want me to leave?" to my girlfriend. I didn't really elaborate on this beforehand, but that shit fucking sent me to another world, and I was absolutely about to lose my shit to the maximum. I just kept telling myself it's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it. At this point all I want to do is beat Kyle's ass, and all my methods for calming down were failing at this point. I just said fuck it, and picked up my phone and said, "Siri, call old man." I honestly didn't know what I was going to say at this point, but I knew if there was one person who could get through to me, it would be my pops. Now I don't remember the exact dialogue that exactly went down, but I'm going to try my best to be as accurate as possible. Phone dialing. Dad picks up and says back, quote, "I seen it already, Vooch dropped 43 on the ass." I started laughing a bit and say, "It's not about that, Dad. I just go into a huge fucking fight with Lily, Dad. I'm really fucking pissed, Dad. I don't want to do anything stupid." Ho ho, okay, where are you right now? Are you with her? Are you guys okay? Dad, I'm at the crib right now, and she just stormed out. Yes, I'm chilling, I just don't know what to. Me. There's a long pause after this, and I hear my pops take a deep breath and say, alright, hit me." I began to give him the same rundown I gave you guys in my last post. The whole time my pops is dead silent, doesn't say a fucking a word. I finished up the story. All he asked was, "What does Kyle look like?" I won't lie, this caught my off guard cause I was like, damn Dad, why the fuck does it matter what he looks like? I responded, "IDK, he was white with long curly hairy CTY." My dad was like, no, how tall was he?" At this point I'm like, WTF, Dad? IDK, his ass was like 5'9" maximum. My dad laughs a bit and says, "Explains the Timberlands then. Fucking male equivalent of heels. I didn't realize it yesterday, but what my pops was doing was what he always does. I literally can't stay pissed if I laugh, and my dad can make me laugh on demand." I started laughing. I was like, you right. He then was like, "How much he think he weighed?" I had to think for a minute, but I was like, maybe a $155-ish. My pops then brought up the argument between Kyle and I. "You said Lily told Kyle to leave after you started to get mad, right?" "Yeah," I responded. My dad pauses for a long time again and takes another deep breath. "My name." I wouldn't be surprised if the situation is a lot deeper than it seems. It speaks volumes to me. She only rallied for him to leave after you began to get real upset. "My name, you are 6'0", 190 pounds, and were just disrespected in your own house by a man you do not know. When a woman cares for someone, the last thing she wants is for him to be in harm's way." She understood exactly what was going to happen if the situation continued to escalate, and she chose to get Kyle out of harm's way, followed by switching all the blame to you and leaving. Honestly, son, where do you think she's at right now? I didn't say anything. I knew what he was implying. I know it hurts, but promise me you won't do anything irrational. She made her decision, there's not much you can do to change it. You've proven your whole life you're one of one. Don't lose yourself now over something that will just end up a tiny bump on your roadmap. I mean seriously, I couldn't be more fucking proud of you, son. You're 22 living on your own in city. You got your shit together, that's rare. My name. You're rare. My name. The right women like your mom for me. I laughed a little. Will walk into your life when you least expect it. Don't waste your energy. Everything happens for a reason, son. I paused for a minute and said thank you. I needed this, dad. My dad laughed. Of course, your mom and I are here for you always. Ends call. Fast forward back to this morning. I couldn't sleep for shit last night, so this morning was just completely ass. Lily was blowing up my phone the whole night, apologizing and begging for my forgiveness. It's around 11 AM at this point. I'm completely just over this situation. I still haven't responded to her since she stormed off last night. In my opinion, she made her choice. However, I got a long ass week ahead of me and can't be having this shit continue to impact me this much going forward. I eat something and head down to my apartment's local gym to just run. On lifting days I go to a private gym, and on cardio days I use the apartment's gym. Running is therapeutic for me. Around 1 o'clock I got a phone call, and you guessed it, it was from Lily. No part of me wanted to pick up the phone, but we've been dating for 2.5 years. I felt obligated. Picks up phone. What's up? I say, to be immediately met with crying, I'm sorry, my name. I love you to death. Please just talk to me. I shouldn't have left last night. I panicked. You know I love you, my name. I didn't say anything, my name. Please talk to me. This isn't right. Please just talk to your girlfriend. I'm sorry. I told you nothing happened. I won't ever talk to him again, please, I beg. Can we just talk? At this point the realization of my feelings for her started to really kick in. Instead of anger, sorrow, or any emotion tbh, I just felt a sense of indifference when she spoke. I responded, can you come over around 3? Still crying at this point. Yes, 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 she says. Okay, I say, ends call. I'm just sitting on the sofa now at this time, just waiting for 3 to roll around. Scrolling through the comments on my previous post. Knock knock, I hear from the hallway. Shortly after I see my girlfriend emerge from the mini hallway. She begins to start smiling and crying while wiping her tears. Again I take notice of how I feel at this moment. A sense of indifference. A feeling I don't care about anymore. It really started to hit me. 2.5 years wasted just like that. The woman who I cared so deeply for just 24 hours before now is in front of me crying, and I don't feel a thing. Lily, it's over between us, I said. Completely shocked. She barely manages to mutter out what while still crying. It's over, I repeated. My name, my name, my name, my name, my name. No, 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 no. Please, I'm sorry. Don't end this between us. I love you to death, she said hysterically. Now I won't lie, that last bit hit hard. I mean fucking hard, man. I couldn't mask it anymore. The lid had been broken. Don't end this between us. I say. Lily, I'm sorry, I can't take this shit anymore. I don't know what impression I gave you over our relationship, but I won't stay in a relationship with a woman who thinks that fucking little of me. You made the decision to end shit between us when invited your ex into my apartment behind my fucking back, Lily. That is something I refuse to let slide, Lily. At this point my thoughts just begin to flow out of my mouth like a fucking tidal wave. No man is that cocky for no reason, Lily. I'm not a fucking fool, Lily. You gave him some type of reassurance to give him the confidence to act like that. Shit, you even backed him in front of me. Why the fuck would I stay with someone who's not going to have my back? Absolutely bawling at this point, Lily say, I'm sorry, my name. I love you, I'm sorry. You all can call me whatever you want, but at this point I just went soft. I didn't have the heart to keep drilling her anymore. She was just breaking down crying uncontrollably. I just sat down in silence. My name. I'm sorry, it won't happen again, my name. I love you, only you. I won't ever talk to him again, I won't, I promise. My name. Please just give me one more chance, said Lily. I'm completely silent. I mean, there was just a huge fucking pressure on my chest. It felt like my ribcage was gonna crack under the pressure. Sat there silently listening to her crying. I remembered one of my favorite songs, I'd rather have loyalty than love. Cause love really don't mean jack. See, love is just a feeling. You can love somebody and still stab them in their back. It don't take much to love. You can love somebody just by being attached. See, loyalty is a action. You can love or hate me and still have my back. -21 Savage. I just kept repeating those lyrics in my head over and over and over again. To many, it might seem she said all the right things, but to me actions speak louder than words. Last night she chose to make her decision on us through her actions, and since actions speak louder than words, it really didn't matter what she said. I'm struggling to keep it together at this point. I really did love her. Shit, I still fucking do, but I understood this was what's best for me. I wouldn't have been able to trust her again. You can't be in a relationship without trust or loyalty. I lost both from her. As she cries, I look up and say, Lily, please, it's over. There's no saving this. She looks at me and says, my name. No, please just stop, it's over, Lily, I interrupt. Back quote, please just do us both a favor and take your things and leave Lily. It's over please. Let's just end it here. She doesn't say anything and gets up and starts grabbing some of her things around their apartment. I grabbed a garbage bag and helped her pack. She left the keys to my apartment on the table and left. This all finished up around 4:30 today. I've just been sitting here trying to process what the fuck just happened. Honestly, it all still doesn't feel real. I never intended on posting on Reddit yesterday, but I just needed a place to fucking vent, and since it blew up I felt like I should update y'all today. It's 7:35 as I finish writing this. I'm fucking hurt. The weight of what the fuck just went don't over the last 24 hours doesn't real. To anyone who actually read this long ass update, thank you. To those who commented on my previous post, then you. I fucking needed a place to vent last night. My daughter's eating disorder is killing me financially. My daughter hates food. I think she has AFID, but I've been ignored by countless doctors, so fuck me, I guess. She had a 3-day anorexia workshop, which did absolutely nothing. She's always hungry but won't eat. She's gone weeks. If you give her food she likes, she'll eat until it hurts, but the food she likes is so expensive. I'm living on plain rice this week just to afford her food. Literally 3 times a day. My son hates her because of the food. I've applied for financial assistance so many goddamn times. I work over 40 hours a week, and after bills I barely have £70. At least 50 goes on feeding her and it never lasts her that long. I'm so tired. I'm hungry. My son fucking hates his life and he's told me so many times how much he wishes we could just let her starve. I'm going to drag them both into the doctor tomorrow, have them express their feelings, be called a bad mother, and go home to a freezing house because we can't afford to eat and have heat. I fucking hate my life. What did I do to deserve this? I don't care about your legal sex gender identity at work. Probably gonna get hate, but as the title says, I don't care. I work in a hospital in the lab where I get about 1k samples a day. I don't see my patients, I don't talk to my patients, but I still care for and about them. We were having an unusually busy day while we were short-staffed and just had a huge drop of ER samples. In the mix of all these patients, verifying the correct patient, making sure it's collected properly, and the correct test is ordered, I found a blood sample of male patient that requested to be tested for HCG. For those who don't know, HCG is a hormone produced by the placenta and is tested to determine if a female is pregnant and how far along she is. We do have a test for men for HCG, but it's ordered differently, is not tested in-house, and is used to detect a tumor rather than a fetus. This test takes minimum about 20 to 30 minutes and sometimes even longer for up to an hour if it needs to be diluted for women. The patient was an ER patient, and we had to call to see if the doctor ordered the correct test, but because they were swamped there too, it took a while for them to clarify that this patient is biologically a female. The patient label doesn't say what biologically sex you are. It just has your name, job, location, test requested, gender, and medical record number. So, not only did this one confusion held up my time, my coworker's time, but also delay the actually patient in receiving care, and we were delayed in helping other ER patients as well to figure out everything. I don't care what gender people identify as or what pronoun they prefer. I will respect you by addressing you with your preferred pronoun. But I don't actually get to talk to my patients. I don't see what they look like. When it comes to healthcare, I need to know your biological gender. A good handful of tests protocols use your biological gender to help with a diagnosis. Example, if a minor female has semen in her urine, we will alert legal, and that can lead to a lot of paperwork on our end and a lot of family issues on the patient's end. However, if the patient is actually a biological male that identifies as a female, then it just wasted everyone's time and caused unnecessary stress. Another one would be medication. My friend works in pharmacy and sometimes they don't see their patients either. God forbid, someone overlooks a BO female who identifies as a male and gets male dosages of painkillers. A male's dosage is higher than a female, so the risk of odd is real. I care for all my patients' well-being, but to help us help you, please just give us your biological gender. Things will run much more smoothly for everyone. Less room for error benefits everyone. I've spoken to my manager because this is a recent new issue, so we are trying to figure out a way only have the patient's biological sex on the label, but that is another department, and that means changing it for all of our locations. So it might be a while. Edit. Just thought of something. What if we put 20th Author instead of M for male and F for female instead? Our labels can only hold so much info. I just need to know your biological sex. That's it. What you identify as and go by is between you and the healthcare workers you physically and verbally interact with. Edit 2. For people mad that I'm mixing sex gender, I'm learning and trying. Most of us are not against the changes, we are just adjusting. I'm old-ish, okay? And for the medication dosage, I'm not a pharmacist or prescribed meds, I'm just going off what my friend says who has worked in the field for over 10 years. I jumped to conclusions with painkiller as an example, but I asked him, and the first one out of many he said is Ambien, which can to be more sensitive for women. Edit 3 to answer the main question as to why I don't just run it. 4 main reasons. Let's say the patient was a BO male, and we ran it. 1. The tests are ordered differently. Test for HCG quantitative are for females, and tested in-house and takes 30 mNs 1 hour's HCG tumor marker are for males, and sent to another clinic. They do not use the same analyzer, and are tested differently. 2. The patient was an ER patient. What if we ran it, and wasted minimum 30 minutes of their time, when the sample could have been sent out, causing a delay in patient care? 3. What if there wasn't enough sample to send out, if needed after we ran it in-house? We'd have to request a red row and the doc will have to reorder it. 4. Billing. The patient will get charged for the test. Patients will have to dispute it with accounting, a different department, if they catch it, and will take more time. The test will most likely auto-verify, and the test will be seen as completed. Patients won't get charged if a test is cancelled, but we can't cancel a completed test on our end. We can correct the value of the test, but cannot cancel it when it auto-verifies. That's why we tried to settle it before running it. Did it take a lot of time? Yes, but it was faster than just running it. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't follow protocol and paying attention to every detail. No one likes being in the ER, so if there's a way to make your visit as smooth and efficient as possible, everyone wins.